Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Longhorns will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Missouri Tigers offense takes the field. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, he showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Flying down the right side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now the play fake. Snagged out of the air. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. On the ground, it's Jackson. Creates a little space. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box. More big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to...
Touchdown, Longhorns! How about this back staying on track and getting it out in the option? Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the move. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to pass, it's Baker. Took a shot as he threw.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving them some more space.
Oh, he's got some space. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
He has 89 yards on the ground and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Here we go. They'll go to the air. That's got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? On the ground. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Baker. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch near the 50. Can they catch him? They look at him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking downfield on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Baker. Just gets rid of it before the Heat.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option two, made him go through his progression.
He's got it. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Slithers into space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Quickly to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texans. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those, so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Baker. Spins away from the defender. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. So Missouri will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Longhorns! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. A first down run on the doorstep. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
What a great play by the defense. When you talk about this running back, he's got a nose for the end zone. He just finds a way. You've seen that a couple times already early in this game, but defense wasn't having any of it that time.
He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Looking for a man. It's Baker.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Fires on the move. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the punt, and he's done better. Not much on that one. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Now the pitch. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. He'll pitch it. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. That's caught. It's Washington. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. That is no good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Just enough time to get off 1 final play of the half. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Splits the uprights. Good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Turning it on! Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Toss to the outside. Finding an escape route. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The option look. Now the pitch. Oh, what a move. At the 35, he's got room. Found the seam on the left. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman. Picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Making side adjustments here. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going to the running game. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on second and 14. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner goes down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Speed is something that you simply can't coach, and this defense has it in bunches. You saw it that time on the option play. Third and long, they're trying to get it to the pitchman to see if he can outflank the defense. No can do. He gets a couple of yards, but not before the defense is able to rally to him and get him down, now setting up fourth.
Calls his own number. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll take it himself. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. He decides to keep the football. He can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's a heat. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
Breaks into the open. The 20. And he's out of bounds just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to Painter. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Lowers those pads. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line as they come out of their own territory with a vengeance. Great place to start for this offense. Quick handoff. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. He'll toss it. There he goes.
200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 5 over Texas Tech. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. It's caught downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they... Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Winston. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now facing a third and long. The give to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the fourth quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive with a pass. Right on the money. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They'll go right back to it. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. It'll be 3rd and long. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it down the right side. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Finds his back in the middle. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Slams it ahead. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success, because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes.
Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just...
And the quarterback brought up two and sacked at the 12. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Off the play fake on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Bring in the heat. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season,